go, guys. Welcome. How's it going? Just finishing up a piece here. I want to do the final phase for this, and this is the young lady, the mother of all of the little cheeks, little chicks, and we got the father and the mom here. So I noticed that I gotta change the color of the eyes here. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do that really quick for you. And that will help to get things looking a little bit more appropriate. Puerta. So this is the first one, and this is the next one here. Con permiso. So here we go, a little bit more on this side. Just choose the color. There it is. Blue eyes, if we ever saw one. Hello to everybody who have just joined. Saludos a todos quienes están aquí mirando el en vivo. And there we go. So we're gonna add the nice final face right here. It's gonna be of this little one. Such a great smile, just like mom and dad smile. Here we go. And this is why we'll soon need a studio. Get out of here. Feels good. All right. Huh? Nice shovel, man.
Somebody stole the one that you
Are you serious?
They borrowed it.
Just so you know, it's all online.
No, but they borrowed it and they broke it. So
They broke it? Oh no. Dang, I'm sorry to hear that, bro.
Better than that one, so.
Nah, stop it. It's all good. No worries. I appreciate you doing that. You didn't have to do that. Boy, I haven't seen him in a while. So he's just over here bringing me, let him borrow a shovel. Anyway, here we go. Let's see. This is the body that I want to use for this young lady. So I have to kind of tilt her head in that direction. So I have to draw the face so that it kind of uses this space, you know. So this would be her face right there, and I'm gonna have to kind of make that happen. We're using a different layer, so I think since we are using this, let's just go ahead and take that off so we can kind of see what's going on. So with this, I'm just literally spacing out like what I'm gonna do with the face and how I'm gonna probably put her eye, one eye closed, one eye open. This is probably going to be the closed eye. And this is probably going to be the open right here, as if she's trying to look through the aim and the target there, through to the target. I'm just doing the placement of her features on here. So this eyebrow, we could probably start right about there, and then this one would be open. Let's see if we can use this hard brush. I'm gonna lightly apply some value here. Man, this hard brush is weird sometimes, I gotta say. Okay. And we got the lips, and the lips are gonna be smiling, so it's as if, oh yeah, I got you now. You can't get away from me. She's still gonna be tilting her head just a little more. So we gotta possibly rotate all of this. Possibly make it bigger too. Okay. And we're going to make the smile a little bit more prominent by highlighting the lips. This is her chin. Not in that direction, but rather this one. I know, this doesn't look like much now, but it will. Understand that? Hello, Facebook. How are you? Let's see if we can adjust. There we go. That looks much better. Everybody good? Can everybody see it quite okay? Quite all right? Okay, good. All right, so this is what I'm looking at. You know, she's tilting her head, and this is going to be her ear here. She's going to have her hair coming around this way. Probably no double chin here. Okay, so we've got her face shape. We've got, probably need to move her chin just a little closer because she's young. So we need to have a little less. And probably she's got her teeth kind of coming out of the front just a little bit. So we're gonna erase some of the bottom lip here. It's taking shape, folks. Okay, let's continue on to the uniform, realizing that there will be a hat that she's wearing. So let's see what that hat will look like. It'll look like this. And so definitely gonna delete this line here. I'm gonna place that hat, and actually it might erase all of this. So it'll likely be right about there, and kind of like here. Let's see. Yeah, kind of like that. We're just going back and forth and moving through the features to find out what is missing and keep working on it. Keep it moving. All right, I'm gonna adjust these lines here. Okay. This hat is totally out of place. That's just what I gotta tell myself, so not, you know, so I don't get complacent here. Like, oh yeah, I got it. Nope, no, I don't. I don't have it yet. So right now her head is too tilted. Let's see if we can just bring it back a little bit. Just rotate that a little bit right there. And we're gonna need to move this back to this location. Yeah, that's better. And so we're getting there, you know what I mean? So that I can continue to see the progress. A lot of decoration here. And this will go about here for the gun. And she's got her arm holding on to the trigger, probably around there. This hand actually sorry, it looks a little messy, and I know that, but at the same time, that's just, I want to get my ideas out before I forget them. And I feel like a lot of artists have that as a, you know, as a problem, like I do. I want to get my ideas down before I forget, and I just can't draw fast enough, you know. So I feel like, you know, that's part of the reason why I've strived to be quicker in my drawings than before. All right, so we got the body in place, which is probably too far back. Too far back. When possible, use the selection tool because it's gonna save you a ton of time. All right, cool. So we use that eraser. What is that? There's something on that little areas on the different layer. Cool, so let's go ahead and move on to the hat. I feel like the hat needs to be a tad more sharp on that edge. And there's something here. I think that is the trigger itself. I'm trying, but I feel like I'm gonna need to do that later. Bang! Okay, so let's see. This decoration here. We're gonna lift this elbow a tad that way. Decoration there. Nice little belt. And we're gonna need to move the whole thing up so we can fit the feet. Oops. Let's see. So much stuff going on here. I feel like it just goes straight down and that way. All right, we're getting there, folks. We're getting there. This hair, this hat, and everything needs to move out of that space, which means now that hat shows correctly. Let's keep shaving at this hat here. It's important to have a good foundation of the drawing, you know, before starting to color, because I feel like the last few that I've done have taken me much longer than normal because I didn't have a good drawing for each of those faces that I was working on. So that in itself has totally taken a lot of the time that I would have spent on other things. So I feel like it definitely needed to be that I or that I do the sketch down, you know, that I get the sketch down first, and then by doing this, I'm able to just simply add the color later. And you know, I can color. It's just a matter of where does it go in relation to the shapes and everything. And as long as the shapes and the posture and everything is good, then everything is easier that way. So make sure that, like, if you're working on a project, that you constantly worry about the sketch first, so that you don't spend too much time on the color itself. Mind you, there's ways to do things quickly, which is like the way I've sort of broken down a few of the things here. But I still feel that if I were to practice more every day, I would be a much better artist by now. So I always recommend to just simply sit down every day and practice and push yourself. And I feel like this leg is long. So we're gonna need to bring it about there, yes. And to be honest, I've seen other artists that are like amazing at drawing, and they go through the entire process itself. They pretty much figure out the phase by applying values here and here and here and here and here, and then all of a sudden you find out that this is a nose and this is an eye, and that's an eyebrow, and so on and so forth. And it's just a matter, like, it takes practice to be able to see that, to see things like that. Actually, it takes practice simply to visualize something in that way, let alone try to use that method. But honestly, every person has a different method, so come up with your own method to do things, experiment. And I feel like by experimenting you become more aware of your habits and how you draw, so that you can make changes from there to constantly improve. So yeah, it's kind of like that. We're just gonna get rid of this here. All right, so we have the little lady here in place. Now all I have to do is put her face in that slot. We're gonna move this a little bit higher here. We're gonna erase the previous sketch that we had of the body. Let's see what we're looking at here. I think this was the reference photo we had that we were using. Give me a second. So where were we? All right. So how you guys doing? So I know, again, this looks crazy. Like, if you look at it up close, you're like, what is all that? All these scribbles, well, they all come together and make the form. So that's what we're looking at. That's what I'm looking at to better assess the situation with this young Juan. So let's go ahead and start applying the values. I think her skin tone is about that kind of a light, warm gray. So what I'm gonna do is I'm simply going to apply this all around, and I'm gonna make all of the values, and I'm probably gonna lay the line on top so we can better see the face here. I don't think there's going to be any more skin tone anywhere else, so I want to get this face right now. And I'm going to continue to be on the color layer that's back there. Or I can apply another layer and then just simply select that color. And then from there, make things warmer, like for the cheeks and things. And start coloring things from there. But I have to think about the lighting. It looks like I've been putting lighting from that side, but actually it's from the front a little bit. So that means that I'm gonna need to lay in some of these shadows from the hat right off the bat so I don't forget them. And they don't have to be the right color right away, but if we, you know, let's say do a little bit of purple-ish, bluish, warm, let's see, about there. Let's see how that looks. We can add a little bit more orange to it, and it'll be a little bit more brown then. And then that same brown we can pass on to where the eyes are here. And the shadow of the nose. And the cheeks right here, we can see that they have quite a shadow here. There's form shadows and there's drop shadows, or not drop shadows, cast shadows. There's many other kinds of shadows. There's occlusion shadow and again, other ones. But these are the ones that I feel make so much change so quickly on a piece, that those are the ones that I've pretty much learned the most. It feels like by applying these shadows, everything looks realistic very, very quickly, or at least it shows form very, very quickly. So that's really cool. Let's do also the teeth. I think the teeth I'm going to put in on the layer back here. Also the eyes. The eyes look to be blue, it feels like. Yes. And that blue is probably gonna be around this range. Boom. Where am I? Yeah, let's not put it there. Rather, let's put it on top. Let's use the script brush. So we can better see all of that. All right, I'm gonna tone down the line work to about, what was that? 50%. That's gonna allow me to see where I'm really applying the values as of right this second, like right now. So let's see, this is the wrong layer, so we'll select that layer that we're doing the color on. Let's see, we want to put the line work. I want to make her eye just a little bigger, actually. Alrighty, and from there, the lips. And the lips can start at any color, really. And I'm just looking for the shape and the value to be Like we said, we're gonna put a little bit of teeth sticking out on that area. Okay, and then a little bit brighter, a little bit more opaque. Okay, it is the little girl we're talking about, so you don't have to go too crazy with the, so just keep that pink on there. We're gonna add it right over to the cheeks and the nose. As you can see, this will be a great method to give things, or rather, start giving things shape right away. Just gonna apply some shadows here as I see fit, given the lighting that I'm thinking of. The lighting will be coming in from the top here. So the cool thing about having the colors in place, this is a method of blocking in. Having the colors here will allow you to just select any of those colors and then keep going from there, you know. So, and always keep in mind that you are still in need of removing these lines. So once those lines are gone, you must be able to see what is colored and make sense of it. So if we just were to do this, can you tell what that is, you know? All right, let's go ahead and keep applying some of these darker tones just to block in some more of the values in place. We're gonna also do the eyebrows. The eyebrows could be on the yellowish, yellow, green, gray, yellow kind of tones. Just to start off. They don't have to, you know, be perfect quite yet. Yes, of course, if you apply the perfect color right off the bat, great. You know, if you can do that, then you're reaching a perfect level that you need to be at. But as of right now, this is what I'm working on. Yes. Mm-hmm. You start applying some of the highlights as well. That'll also give things a little bit of more form that you can understand. Every little bit will count and will matter at the end. I would say the initial sketch will save you as much time as the color, as knowing where the color goes would save you time. So highly suggest to always work on the sketch first, really thoroughly. And then as you go, you can make adjustments from there too. Alright, so let's see what we're looking at now. What do you guys think so far? Se oye. Mm-hmm. Make sure you're still on the layer that you need to be, so you don't lose your space here. If you lose your space, you could literally set yourself up for a long time to try and figure out what happened. So make sure you're on the layer you need to be. At this point, I do know where the colors go, or at least where I want to put them, which will save time in the long run. But I can see here, what do we have there? And Y. Okay, that's what it is. It's the line work that was in the way. Mm-hmm. I'm using a hard brush for this part. So I'll tell you now, if you don't like it, don't use it. Try a different brush that you feel more comfortable with. Mm-hmm. keep erasing away some of the line work. You will start to see your sketch tidy up. A bit of a warm gray, probably a little lighter as well, just so that I can put a shadow here. And then these lashes also will be casting shadows there. See what brush I'm using. Probably gonna use the script brush here. What's up? Let's see, this line work is in my way or what? Yeah, it is. Oh man. Nope, wrong layer. Okay. Line work. Ah, there it is. There it is. Again, make sure you keep erasing away some of that line work since it's above this one. It shows up quite a bit. What do you guys think so far? Should we do a thumbs up on this? Quick thumbs up. Sorry about that. Facebook. Say saludos, bendición tía. What's up? Cleomar Souza. How are you? Hello to Jose Luis Rodriguez. Hello to Tristan Hernandez and Edinea Frausino, as well as Emil Tolbert and Melly, who are all on Facebook saying hi. Popping in on Facebook. Okay. All right. Let's get back to. We pretty much have the face figured out. I'd say it would be sort of like a minor fix to some areas to continually work on them right now. Just keep erasing some of this. Eyebrow also. Oh, see that? I'm applying it in the wrong layer, so let's go back here. I was wondering why it was looking transparent, so there's my answer. Make sure you are selecting the correct layer, guys. Let's do this layer. by applying these values, you know, you can start to see dimension as well, and the offsetting of the nose from this distance of the, you know, the tips of, or the centers here, all the way to the front. You can see the distance based on the values being placed. So think about that as well. Mm. Mm-hmm. Ooh, the lips are still. Let's actually apply that value to the layer color, or color layer. Put it a little bit more into the brighter side of things. Mm-hmm. It's so crazy how the lines like make things, you know, give this these weird illusions as if something is sort of waving through. I wish there was a way, perhaps I need a keyboard for this for my iPad, that I can actually like click a button and it'll go to the next layer under. I wonder. Again, I'm still learning about Procreate and what I'm doing with it, to be honest. So anything I can figure out and you guys want to help me with, sure, I take it. You know, take tips all day. But at the same time, I try to give back some, you know, via the value of tips and tricks on how I do things too. So if you guys want to tell me how to, if there is a keyboard kind of that would be greatly appreciated. A shortcut. Just bringing that darkness a little bit farther into where the hat would lay in the shadow. All right, let's move on to the hat. Let's actually put that in a layer behind the face. So I'm just gonna think about what color that is. Make it maybe a little bit more yellowish. And I'm actually gonna go with the selection tool and go all the way around the head and around the hat. I probably should have selected the top of that, but no matter, we can add to the selection. And we're gonna fill that. Click the layer and say fill layer with the current color you have selected. Boom. Now we can really see where that shadow is coming from. So that's pretty cool. That's exciting. It's exciting to me anyway. So we'll take that same color and we just lighten it up a little bit, just so that we can now apply this highlight area. Let's see what layer we're in. Okay, good, we're good. Looks like it's too dark. That's weird, because I don't think I have a different opacity. It's normal. Could it be that close to the other one? That doesn't make sense. What is it doing? Is it mixing the color? No, I'm just simply... Oh, I see. It's behind the line layer. That's why. Okay. Let's get rid of these specific lines here. Now we're getting all those values where they go. Let's take away the hair here. And before we go too far, let's apply the hair right there on that layer. Hi, baby.
Hi.
Thanks.
I like
Thank you, sweetie. Appreciate the approval. So I'm just gonna go all the way around. And around the hair area. And connect it with the initial point. Just go right in there. Let's see. Can't do that, so go all the way around manually. Alright, now delete that. Ever played that game with like those blocks that you would need to sort of unlock them in a specific order to try and figure it out as quickly as possible? Ultimately, you're working on your efficiency. I urge you guys to try that game. Try that game just because, again, it helps to visualize what efficiency would be like. So remember where we started? I want you guys to see this. Not gallery. Okay. So remember where we started? We started right over here. You ready? Video. This. Right here. This is where we started. I want you guys to see that. And then from there we moved it up just so we can see where things were. Initially this is what it looked like. We started applying more and more color. And then now it's taking shape. So that's cool. I love this about Procreate, that you can see that progress. I feel like that's a powerful tool to keep one motivated and going. So let's keep blocking color in. Do the brown. And we'll go all the way around this time. Right down here, right down there. I'd say from here it's sort of like a piece of cake. I feel like the face is like the toughest part. I don't know why. You would think that I would think the face is the easiest. Not sure why it is, but I feel that it is not the easiest. Definitely takes work. What in the... in the gun. And the reason I'm doing the line work is so that I can then block in. Actually, I guess I could just block in the color, because I already have the line work. So might as well. I mean, I could refine the line work. But we are trying to save a little bit of time here. Not to say that you should sacrifice the quality, but again, efficiency, right? I'm a little confused by what's going on right here. Okay. Alright, I'm liking what I'm seeing. So far so good. Keep that moving. We'll do some gray. Probably a little lighter than gray, or than that gray. These stars. The scarf is a little bit yellowish. Just going all the way around. All the way around. Boom. Gotta get the hair. Let's make sure we're on the layer after all of that, right? All right, we're getting closer and closer. I'm excited. This is cool because I could just pick the darker value from in there and apply it right in here. This is why I applied that value first. Alright, let's continue working on the erasing of the line work here. The initial line work. Sorry about that. Thank you. This stream is not sponsored by that drink. What's going on? Oh, alrighty. Well, I'm applying that color to the wrong layer. Let's apply it to the right layer. And let's try and use the hard brush here. What? Oh, okay. Of course. Let me know if you guys have any questions in the comments below when this airs. I'll be answering those questions. Guess I gotta put one of these devices to charge. Whoa. Stay put. think we're gonna need to bring that back in and this down a little bit more. All right, this will resume this phase for now. I think we're gonna give it a break and come back to it. I'm gonna work on it just a tiny bit, just so that I can get this device charged on YouTube here, and you can follow up with me on Instagram. See you later, YouTube. We'll talk to you.